Lesson number 2. Work of the Saints. The tradition of sons that began in Maharashtra with Sri Chakradhar, Sant Namdev, Sant Jnaneshwar, Sant Chokamela was continued by sons coming from various strata of society. In this group of sons are included Sant Goroba, Sant Savata, Sant Narhari, Sant Eknath, Sant Sheikh Muhammad, Sant Tukaram, Sant Niloba, etc. Similarly, Sant Janabai, Sant Soirabai, Sant Nirmalabai, Sant Muktabai, Sant Kanopatra and Sant Bahinabai Shirurkar are also included. They taught people various virtues like compassion, non-violence, charity, service, equality, and brotherhood. No one is inferior, no one is superior. All are equal. Such was the sentiment that was created by sons in the minds of people. Similarly, Samartha Ramdas also rendered his work in Maharashtra. Sri Chakradhar Swami Sri Chakradhar Swami was originally a prince from Gujarat. He became an ascetic and came over to Maharashtra. He moved all over Maharashtra preaching equality. He did not believe in any discrimination based on gender or caste. So, several men and women became his followers. The sect he established is known as Mahanubhav sect. Memorable incidents from his life have been compiled in a book titled Leela Charitra. Sant Namdev Sant Namdev was a great devotee of Vittal. He lived in the village Narasi. He composed numerous songs in praise of God, performed kirtans, songs and stories based on a religious theme everywhere and brought about general awakening among the people. He moved all over Maharashtra to spread Bhagavad Dharma and taught the people deep devotion to God. He instilled in them the desire to protect their religion. Sant Namdev later traveled all over India spreading the message of humanity. He traveled to the Punjab and spread the message of equality among the people there. He composed songs in Hindi. Even today, some of his verses are included in Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of the Sikhs. These songs are still sung all over Maharashtra with great love and devotion. Sant Jnaneshwar Sant Jnaneshwar's family belonged to Apegaon. Nivrittinath and Sopan Dev were his brothers. Muktabai was his sister. Bigoted men of the time used to look down upon these children because they were the offspring of a sannyasi. It happened like this. Their father took sannyas and retired from worldly life. As a sannyasi, he left home, but later on, obeying the order of his guru, he returned home and started living with his wife. Their four children were born afterwards. The narrow minded religious leaders did not think it right that a sannyasi should have children. People persecuted these children and banished them from their community. Once Jnaneshwar went around the town begging for alms, but no one would give him any alms. He had to listen to abusive language instead. Young Jnaneshwar was deeply pained by this incident. He entered his hut and locked the door from inside to grieve over his lot. Muktabai came and knocked at the door. She said, "Open the door, Jnaneshwar. How can we remain drowned in our own sorrow? Who will then look to the welfare of the world?" These words of his sister gave new hope to Jnaneshwar. He forgot his personal sorrow and started his work. Everywhere, the poor and the backward people were being oppressed in the name of the religion. Jnaneshwar went among the people and taught them to have faith in God, give, give equal treatment to all, help those in trouble, and allay their misery. This was the gist of his advice to the people. Jnaneshwar's words are heard in every nook and corner of Maharashtra for the last 700 years. In those days, all religious teachings are confined to Sanskrit books. The language of ordinary people in everyday use was Marathi. Jnaneshwar wrote his outstanding book Jnaneshwari in Marathi. He thus opened wide for his people the doors of knowledge, where he preached the ideal of brotherhood among all men. At a very early age, at Alandi near Pune, Jnaneshwar took samadhi, that is, put himself in a trance from which he never came out. Even today, on the 11th day of Ashad and Kartik, lakhs of pilgrims go to Alandi, Pandari with devotion. Sant Eknath Sant Eknath carried on the work started by Sant Namdev and Sant Jnaneshwar. He lived in Paitan. He preached that the way to reach God was through devotion, Bhakti Marg. He wrote numerous religious songs, Habhangs, Ovis, and Baruts. His advice to the people was not to accept any distinction of high and low. He made friends with the poor and the downtrodden and taught them devotion to God. His love extended even to the dumb animals. He exhorted the people to love all living beings and practiced what he preached. One day he was going to the river Godavari for a bath. It was noon and very hot. The sand bed along the riverside was very hot too. He heard the crying of a poor child sitting on the hot sand. Eknath looked around and saw the child. He rushed to him and looked around for the child's parents. He picked up the child in his arms, wiped his tears, and reached him home. In this way, by his personal example, Eknath impressed the message of love and equality on the minds of the people. Sant Tukaram, two great saints, Tukaram and Ramdas, lived in Shivaji's time. Tukaram came from Dehu near Pune. He owned a farm and also a grocery shop. His forefathers used to lend money to the needy people, but Tukaram drowned in the river Indrayani all the record of loan papers he had, thus giving relief to many. He would go to the neighboring hill and sing songs in the praise of God Vitthal. On the 11th day, Ekadashi of the month of Ashad and Kartik, he would go to Pandharpur. He wrote devotional songs, habangs, and performed kirtans. Thousands flocked to listen to him. Shivaji Maharaj also attended his kirtans. Sant Tukaram preached to the people about the virtues of pity, forgiveness, and peace of mind. He also gave them the message of equality. He alone is a saint, and God dwells with him who calls the weak and the downtrodden as his own. He impressed this truth on the minds of the people. He made them think. People accepted him as a great religious leader and showered their praise on him. Even today, all over Maharashtra, we hear people proclaiming Gyanba Tukaram, the names of the two great saints. Sant Dhyaneshwar is called Gyanba also. Even today, Tukaram Ghata is read in every household. Samartha Ramdas. At the same time, the hills and valleys of Maharashtra were filled with the echoes of Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. Glory be to the great Rama. An invocation constantly on the lips of the great saint Ramdas. Ramdas was born at Jam on the banks of the Godavari in Marathwada. His birthday falls on Ram Navami, the day on which the great hero Rama was born. Narayan was his real name, but he preferred to call himself Ramdas, the servant of Rama. Through his great book, Das Bodh, he taught men the ways of good life. Through his Manache Slok, stanzas addressed to the mind, he gave people lessons in good thoughts and good conduct to popularize the worship of strength. He raised the temples of Anuman, the god of strength. He exhorted people to be strong and told them of the power that resides in a united people. He taught them to organize themselves and fight against injustice. This gave courage to the people. The work of the saints brought about a great awakening among the people. Religion once again became a thing to be respected, and a spirit of self reliance was born. People regained their lost confidence. This great awakening among the people, brought about by the saints, helped Shivaji in his fight for Swaraj.